Welcome back, everybody, to the Chuck and Lisa show. I just blew out Lisa's eardrums.
Now I'm deaf.
What, Lisa?
We're,
I know, right?
What?
we're good. We're glad to see you guys. I look like a ghost on the screen, by the way. Boo. I'm Chuck, your friendly ghost host.
Ghost with the most ghost.
You're very white
that.
tonight,
Ghost.
Chuck. Very
I know.
white.
What's up with that?
I think it's your
He's
light.
very
What have
white.
you done to me?
Too much
He's very white.
Too much light.
Oh yeah, turn it down a little bit. Or something.
I can do that. Is that better?
Maybe.
Anyway, welcome, y'all. We'll figure out the lighting as we go along. Thirst will tell me if I need to turn something higher or lower.
Don't turn anything higher. Ha.
You can never get too high. Right?
Oh, no.
So, as usual, we do not talk politics on this show. We talk about interesting subjects that are not politics. And believe it me, there are some. Hard to find them, though, isn't it? What doing, Lisa? Everybody say hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Putting it on YouTube and all that good stuff.
And that is Dersh in the background, our vaunted producer and my co-host on the right side of politics, which comes up at 8:30.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
No, his name is Truth is Free for You
What?
on Twitter.
Oh.
Dersh's name. It's not Dersh there.
Never
Very
heard of him.
confusing.
Dersh is dead.
The actual guy that's using your username Dersh, he must get confused sometimes because I don't always catch myself when I'm doing them real fast. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not on your show.
That guy hasn't used his account in like 50 years.
That's funny.
Why don't you get him written off as dead and take the account?
I wish I could.
Oh, I
Offered
told
it.
you once.
I offered
Go
to
ahead.
buy it from him a while back, but
Never answered.
no. He doesn't post anything. It's like
Probably
he
dead.
It's on Twitter and posted like 5 things and then never used it again.
Somebody on Instagram told me I had to give them my username one time.
And you
Because
told
they
them
were-
they had to
because-
shove it where?
Because they were an artist and that was their brand or whatever. And I
Well,
was like, how old are you? And they were like, told me, and I was like, I've had this name longer, almost as long as you've been alive.
Right.
So no. Like what? Like they're like, seriously? I was like, yes, seriously. You didn't even ask nice. You just told me I needed to give it to you.
if you
Yeah.
if you want it that bad, let's start talking digits.
Yeah. Start adding zeros.
Right?
Start with 6 zeros and then we'll go from there.
Oof.
I'm not giving
That
you
put a
nothing.
dent in their piggy bank.
I'm not giving you nothing.
Yeah.
So, what's new, guys? What did you do this weekend, Lisa?
Not go to North Wilkesboro because we were supposed to go to North Wilkesboro on Saturday and we
Yeah.
didn't because it rained we
Buckets.
thought it was gonna rain, so we didn't go, and then it rained like almost 5 inches in an hour.
Yep.
Yeah, it rained so much they were literally swimming in the infield.
But you know what's
I
gross?
liked watching the trucks and
You know
the
what's
spare
gross about
tires
that?
floating
You
around.
know what's gross about swimming in the infield though?
What?
I think some of the porta potties tilted over.
Oh, no.
That's
That's
not
kind of
that's not good.
kind of
One of them was swimming in.
That's
in
what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah,
They're all playing in it, diving and
that's
Yeah.
true.
Well, hopefully nobody got any
Drivers
diseases.
just, well, there was so little porta potty and so much water. Pretty damn diluted.
I know.
Yeah.
yeah, but still
So,
there's tire rubbish and
yeah.
rubbish,
Rubbish.
dirt and everything else.
Spit.
Yep.
A lot of spit.
I wouldn't be swimming in it. I can tell you that much.
No,
Nope.
that wouldn't be my preference.
The boys are stupid.
Boys are stupid. We do dumb things. Let's see. Dersh, anything up with you? What have you been up to? Anything?
As little as humanly possible, and I'm doing a damn good job of it.
So nothing has changed, in other words.
Correct.
Status quo. That's cool. I'm doing well. I'm still deaf in one ear.
What?
What?
Getting some ear drops from my doctor, and then going to see him after that's done.
Huh? A what? Huh?
It's gonna make a candle out of his earwax.
Right. And then I'm going to send it to Dersh.
We already got a candle for him. I haven't mailed yet.
I'll mix it with that one. You'll never know. What's that funny smell? It's Ode to Chuck.
Oh, dead Chuck?
Ode to Chuck.
Haha.
Ha ha. All right, let's talk about things that happened in history today. In 1881, the American Red Cross is established by Clara Barton. Feel free to comment on anything I mentioned, okay?
Never
Okay.
heard of her.
Because Lisa, I know
Clara
you're
Barton?
always reading other stuff.
Well, it's related to the show, so.
Yeah, okay. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh completes the first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a little sketchy.
I don't know.
He was
He was quite a leader. I mean, he had
something was going on with
became
him and
quite-
the government.
quite famous. It's probably why they kidnapped his kid.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, 5 years later, on the same date, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean as well.
Are you
Same
sure
date.
about that? Are you sure about
Says-
that?
I can only go by the words on my page. I could have Lisa do more research, but we wouldn't hear
I
from
saw
her
that
for
today,
another.
though. I did see that about Amelia Earhart.
So, if she didn't make it all the way around, then did she actually circumvent the Earth?
No.
Oh,
Apparently, she
No.
was short.
you mean because she disappeared?
Yeah, but that wasn't the Atlantic. That was her global attempt. Yeah. Yep, that one didn't go so well.
It's like
And
I don't know if you ever saw the movie. I can't think of the name, but I watched the movie a year ago or so. Really good.
yeah,
It's about a Australian girl that sailed around the world solo, and
Oh, right.
she made it. She actually came back in record time,
yeah,
but they disallowed it because according to the rules, you have to go above the equator and spend a certain amount of time above the equator. She's from Australia, and she went above the equator, but then had wind and power issues, and went south of the equator before the
amount of time.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's terrible.
That's ridiculous. I mean, man,
yeah, that's just stupid.
yeah, I didn't like that, but yeah, that it's a great movie, and
Yep.
the coolest thing is at the end they actually show the real video of her coming back. And,
Oh, really?
And getting off the boat, and she can't walk, and
I'll bet.
yeah, great movie.
That's
if I think of the name,
craziness.
I'll let you know, but it's definitely worth watching.
Foolishness.
Oh, Lindbergh was a little anti-Semitic,
Oh, okay.
and he talked about it a lot.
Ah, that's not a
So
positive.
that's why, yeah, he was a little sketchy.
And I bet every one of us went this day to the movie theater.
But
1980, Star Wars Episode 5: The Empire Strikes Back opens in theaters.
oh, was the second one?
Third
I
one,
didn't go.
no, second one, yeah,
No,
it's the
Second one.
second one, yeah. It's the
Yeah.
fifth one, but the second one.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
go.
I did. You went, right, Dersh?
I went, hated it, fell asleep.
Yeah, did you?
I fell asleep the first time I went to see it.
Really? You
Yeah.
came to like it though, didn't you?
I think I went, but not on the first day, and then I was bummed out because Mark Hamill's face was all messed up.
I didn't go.
No, remember? Because in the first one,
Yeah,
he looked one way, and then he had a car wreck, and then they fixed his face, and he didn't look the same.
right. And he ain't been right since.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
All of them. But,
Oh, but we I had to go. I mean, I had seen the first one. God knows how many times
Oh.
by then.
me too. We saw the first one 3 times on the first day it was released.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of people did.
I could not afford to do that, but I did see it twice in like 2 weeks. I think I had to wait for another paycheck.
That's crazy talk right there.
What?
Just seeing it that many
Oh
times.
no, it was weird to even go see a movie 2 times. Then.
Right.
Like that was weird. People are like, you already saw that movie. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to go see it again. They're like, that's just weird.
Well, you keep seeing more and more the more times you watched it. You know.
But nobody ever did that.
I know.
Then.
No, it's true.
Nobody ever went to
But
see
Star
like,
Wars was
nobody,
the first one to do
right.
that.
Nobody ever went to see like Gone with the Wind twice or Wizard of Oz twice or anything like that. You know.
I went to see Castles 5 times on the day it was released.
Ice Castles.
Yeah.
What's that?
That skating movie.
Yeah. You never saw Ice Castles?
Uh,
I
Great movie. The original is great. The remake is not great.
I think I only saw the original.
Yeah, the original.
anybody chatting? Daryl's here. Hi, Daryl.
Yeah,
Where's
it's
our
a-
other friend? Daniel.
It's a good movie about a skating champ that loses her sight, and they try to fake. She tries to fake having her vision back, and they remembered everything except the damn roses.
That was like in the 70s, also, right?
Yeah, it was. It was the same time as Star Wars, basically.
Yeah.
Was it?
I kind of remember because it was. Oh, you know why I remember that movie?
Uh-uh.
Because my dad was working at the disco in
Right.
White Flint Mall, and the movies was across from the disco, I think. And
Oh,
I
really?
think it was there.
Oh.
Maybe that's where I saw it.
How come Lisa doesn't look like a ghost?
'Cause I'm not a ghost.
I'm not a ghost either, but I sure damn well look like one.
You
You
have
tried
to-
the thumb thing.
You didn't do it for long enough.
That helped a little. I have a little pink back in me.
Maybe a little bit.
Monkey.
It's your lighting, Chuck. You still got way too much light on
But
your face.
I really have a lot less lighting than Lisa does.
But yeah, it's like in the dark. It's
I'm
weird.
almost in the dark. Do you want
Maybe
it to
it's
go the other way?
overcompensating. Turn it around and see.
Really? I mean,
Yeah. Let me-
No more. Point it at you.
Let's try this.
Oh.
nah,
Oh.
that's worse.
Oh, that's a little. Wait. Yeah, there you go. A little
Wait,
better.
which side? That's this side.
I don't
How's
know.
that? Let's just face it, I'm a ghost.
It's
Yeah.
a little better, but I mean, at least you can see pink skin versus white hair now.
You're a cracker.
A
But-
cracker.
I mean, when I'm looking at your two live streams on my Wirecast,
Yeah.
Lisa is like no light, and Chuck has all kind of light.
Yeah, Lisa's got good light on her, and
Where?
well, on one side. Actually, I got to turn that back so you got some over there. Anyway, we're on the air.
You
Who
are.
cares?
Oh crap.
Chuck's in a whiteout, Daryl. Yeah, it's true. I'm a honky. Yes, I am. All right. Famous birthday. Oh, wait. One more famous thing that happened today. The United States dropped the first hydrogen bomb on the Bikini Atoll.
Yes, they did.
Is a bomb
It's a big boom.
big, very big boom?
They boom. In 1471, famous birthdays today. In 1471, Albrecht Dürer, a German painter, was born. Okay. In 1527, Philip II was born, King of Spain. 1904, Fats Waller, jazz pianist, was born. In 1952, I pity the fool. Need I say more?
No.
Mr. T. In 1957, Judge Reinhold was born, the actor.
Yep.
What's he a
in
judge of?
Huh?
What's he a judge of?
Hopefully his own bowels.
Well, that was weird.
1972, Notorious B.I.G. It is D-E-A-D, right?
What?
Notorious B.I.G. is D-E-A-D, right?
D-E-D?
Dead.
Yeah,
D.E.D..
yes. D-E-D.
He be dead.
Ricky Williams, the football player, was born in 1977.
Never heard of him.
Josh Hamilton, the baseball player, was born in 1981.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of
Just
him.
kidding. I have, though.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! We have a birthday in the family tomorrow.
Yeah, who?
Mine.
It's not your birthday.
No. Ryan.
Ah!
So we have to offer love and money.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about that part. Except, did you know 10 years ago the world was supposed to end today? It's
What?
the end of the world as we know it. Wait,
not-
never mind.
Did not happen.
Still going.
Are you sure?
And yeah, I heard people today say, the world could end today. And I'm like, yeah, it could end anytime.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you sure it didn't happen? This could be a Matrix.
well, proof that it may actually have happened is the fact that we're on the air and we didn't have any problems getting on.
But,
We
yeah,
started
see,
on time. The world
Could
may
be
be
the-
over.
could
Errol's
definitely
here.
be the Matrix.
Definitely. So, the world did not end. Breaking news.
Who broke it?
People have been standing on street corners screaming, the end is nigh, as long as I can remember.
Yeah, you got that right.
Daryl, talking to your dog.
Whose dog? My dog?
Oh, Gersh's dog, who
Oh.
barked.
My dog, I didn't hear him bark.
I heard him bark once, I think. Is he sleeping now?
I don't know where they are. They might be outside playing.
Ah,
I left the
that's
door
cool.
open. Yeah, Mama's not home, so they're going to be guest speakers again.
Uh
cool. All right, now this isn't dirty, but I'm going to read the headline. Why is my pickle limp?
oh.
A mushy pickle doesn't always mean the food has gone bad. There could be several other factors to blame.
Like?
I've bitten into nasty pickles.
Mushy
Soft.
pickles?
Ugh. Have you ever chomped into a pickle expecting to hear that a satisfying crunch just to discover you've actually bitten into sour, soggy mush? Ugh. Not all pickles are created equal.
Hate it when
Apparently,
that
they don't
happens.
have a constitution.
No pickle constitution?
No pickle constitution.
Hate it when that
Why
happens.
aren't pickles crunchy? As most people know, they start out as cucumbers. You can pick a variety of vegetables, it's pointing out, but a
Oh.
good firm cucumber makes all the difference.
Somebody on Instagram or TikTok or some dumb place said, why aren't there any pickled cucumbers?
What?
I know. What?
What?
Huh?
So anyway,
Say, huh? What?
so their reasoning is a good cucumber makes all the difference. If your base cucumber is flimsy, your pickle will be too. Well, that makes better sense.
Duh.
Duh. Don't mess with flimsy.
Don't use the mushy cucumbers.
Yep. Don't want a floppy pickle. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And by the way, cucumbers are a fruit.
Everything's a fruit. Remember we talked about this last week.
They're a fruit.
Or did we ever talk about that part?
It's a fruit or a root.
We never really got to that part.
Yeah.
We were talking about it.
Vegetables are not really a thing. They're all fruits.
Right.
Or a root. Like,
Or a root.
Or a root or a fruit.
There's really no such thing as a vegetable.
no, they just call them that.
Reasons why this happens. Cucumbers were boiled in hot water for too long. There wasn't a crunch enhancing ingredient like calcium chloride in the brine. The brine/vinegar solution was too weak. The pickles were stored at too high of a temperature. The jar was not airtight and bacteria snuck in.
Ah, that sounds like fun.
Pesky buggers. Do pickles go bad?
Do they?
Mushiness doesn't mean they go bad.
But
They
also-
don't stay fresh forever. They can make it past their listed Best Buy date. And you don't want to snack from a pickle jar that's showing any of the following signs. A sour scent. Yeah, that would do it. Mold. That would be a big one.
Sour scent? What about sour pickles?
That's true. Then you're confused. You have to go by one of these other methods. Mold, odd colors, a domed lid. Yeah, if your lid is popped, it's
Yeah.
probably a bad sign.
That's painful.
hate it when that happens.
So that's your lesson about floppy pickles.
Okay, I hate when that happens.
I hate it when that
It's
happens.
just simple. If you bite into a pickle and it's not hard, just throw it away. Don't take any chances.
Right.
Give it to your dog.
Get another pickle.
Get
Here's
another
another-
pickle jar. That's all.
I've got a
saying.
happy story for you.
Okay.
Moose kills man trying to photograph its newborn calves.
Haha.
Oops. A 70-year-old man was killed in Alaska by the mother of 2 newborn moose calves he was trying to photograph. Don't mess with those mamas, especially an Alaska mama, right?
Right.
Even the moose are mama bears. So they were walking through the brush looking for the moose. That's when the moose cow attacked Dale. The attack happened as the two were running away. The second man, who hadn't been publicly identified, was uninjured. He let the other guy take all the proof.
Moose is
person-
on the loose.
That person did not witness the attack, so authorities can't say if the moose killed Chorman by kicking or stopping him or both. The answer is yes. Yeah, the moral of this story is if you see a moose or any mother with its young, they're very protective of them.
Right.
Be very wary. They will
Well-
kill to defend their children, just like you or I would.
Moose, especially, they just don't like you messing with their kids. I can tell you that.
No.
We had we been to Canada a couple times, and not Canada, Alaska, and we were camping pretty much where this is, down in Ketchikan, down south of Anchorage, and
Right.
the campground had a moose with a calf, and they shut down like a third of the campsites
Oh wow.
because
Oh, wow.
they didn't want anybody near the
Right.
moose. You know, even if you're sitting there innocently in your campground, if the moose mom thinks you're a danger to her calf, she'll
Yeah,
come,
she'll
she'll
attack.
come kill you.
Pet dog.
There they are.
All righty.
He doesn't like moose, so that's just
No.
saying. That's all he's doing.
He'd probably chase a moose.
But yeah, they're pretty to watch, and they look very like deerish, you know, like nothing's gonna happen. And
They're
but
big
those-
ass.
they're huge, and they just don't put up with nobody messing with their calves.
They don't have to. I'm bigger than you. I'll stomp you. Lisa and I always joke about these Lumi commercials that are on TV. They've been on for years now.
Right.
That's so stupid. That commercial
For the-
is just dumb.
What is it? Pit something or other in private.
Underboob.
Underboob, butt crack.
Butt crack.
Yep. So, it's not an entirely new concept. Axe body spray. I hated that stuff. Unilever's fusion of fragrance and deodorant has been singeing nostrils. God, that was not true since 1983. In 2018, Lumi, designed by an OBGYN, who you've seen on TV, of course.
What's two? There's 2 G's? What's the other G for?
What?
You said OBGYN.
OBGYN.
You said 2 G's.
Okay, well, I
Is it a
misspoke.
gangster gynecologist?
Yes, it's
Okay.
your kind.
Okay.
Came on the scene for Pits, Privates, and Beyond. That was it.
Yeah.
This spring, legacy brands jumped on board en masse. God, they're everywhere now. Secret, Dove, Old Spice, and Native have all got these all-body sprays.
Yeah.
One of them even goes in your psst.
Or lotion.
What was the one that went?
Oh, yeah. I forget which one that is. Because you know
Instead
why?
of saying privates,
I
they
don't
went
watch
psst.
the commercials. That's why.
True. So it's a commercial money grab, is what's going on. People don't stink in all those parts naturally, you know.
I don't know. Have you gone around sniffing everybody, Chuck?
That's for me to know and you to find
did
out.
You know that? Okay, I'll wait till
I am not that way.
I'll
Save
wait
that
till
for the next show.
the NASCAR portion of the show.
Okay. So what do you think of this all body spray stuff, Lisa? Are you in on that, or is it
No.
just another thing?
No, I'm not using that crap.
I think it's just another way to get people to spray their entire bodies with
I
their
don't
product
smell
instead
bad.
of just their pits.
Right. Well, they just want you to use more of it, so you have to buy more of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want people to think they smell bad.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say about that. Robert Plant once
Robert
pledged
Plant?
money
What
to
kind
a
of plant?
radio station that promised never to play Stairway to Heaven again.
Pretty funny.
Funny?
He was driving it around. He heard him on the radio, so he called in and gave him some money.
He says to NPR in 2002, I was in Portland, Oregon. I was driving along in my car heading for Lincoln City, which is out on the coast. I wanted to drive down to Eureka. And just before Black and White Highway Patrol caught me doing 90, I was listening to, it had this great music. It was kind of a mix of sad outtakes of doo-wop and very droll DJ who sounded like somebody from Marin County in 1967. The guy came on saying they were looking for sponsorships. Please send $10, $15 or whatever if people would do that. KBOO would promise, please, or whatever. If people in the area did that, KBOO would promise never to play Stairway to Heaven. So I called them up and pledged my money. I was one of KBOO sponsors.
Funny.
But he only paid $5 or $10. He should have given a lot more.
You don't have to give him anything. He doesn't even live there.
That's true. He doesn't like that song.
No.
It says he's not a fan of the song
Oh.
in the
Okay.
article.
Well, he liked it when Hart sang it at the Kennedy Center.
Well, he's also smiling because he's got a ribbon around his neck. And his geezing.
That might be it.
More likely that. All right, next story. At age 90, America's first astronaut candidate has finally made it into space.
That's cool.
How neat is that?
That's cool.
Ed Dwight, the man who decades ago nearly became America's first black astronaut, made his first trip into space at age 90 on Sunday along with 5 crewmates aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. Never heard of it. The liftoff from a West Texas launch site marked the first passenger flight in nearly 2 years for the commercial space venture run by Bezos. That's his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that Shatner went on, right?
Yes.
Yes. And that was like, $300,000 per person.
Right,
Something
right.
Yeah.
ridiculous
I think they
like
let-
that.
Oh, here. The approximately 10-minute suborbital flight, put Dwight in the history books as the oldest person ever to reach space. He beat out Star Trek Shatner
Oh, man.
for that honor by a few months.
Oh, well.
He was a few months younger, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
well.
It gets up to 347,000 feet.
is he an admiral? If he's not, then Shatner still wins.
That's right. Oh, yeah. As far, Shatner outranks him. Pretty cool, though, huh?
Yeah. What's next?
Speaking of old people,
Hey,
Are you
don't talk about me.
are you putting pictures or am I just talking too fast?
I'm putting up pictures.
Oh, okay. I'm too busy talking to look. Daniel's here. Hi, Daniel. All right. Let's see. 98-year-old Marine veteran in hospice care finally receives his high school diploma. Hoorah.
Hoorah.
In Maryland.
Poolsville. I had a friend that went to Poolsville High School.
Oh, yeah?
Steve Shirk. Yep. A nearly 100-year-old Marine veteran in hospice was handed the high school diploma he never received.
Oh, so he earned it, but he just never got it.
He was unable to get his diploma back in the 40s because he dropped out at age 17 to serve.
Oh,
So he never graduated, but then he graduated. So, he goes by Gunny. Of course, he goes by Gunny.
Of course he does.
How many guys in the Marines were known as Gunny?
I know.
About 200,000,
No
300,000. Every one of them is on any TV show is always a gunny.
Right, exactly. He's been in hospice care at home since doctors discovered stage 4 cancer throughout his body after he fell a few weeks ago. His family and buddies at the nearby American Legion post hatched a plan to see if they get him the high school diploma he was unable to attain after he left to fight the Nazis. His friends reached out to the school's officials in Sharon, Pennsylvania, 90 minutes north of Pittsburgh. Your people.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Your people, too. However, the high school he attended could not help them pull off their high diploma gift so quickly. But when the neighboring district superintendent heard about Gunny, she got the diploma printed with approval of her board and drove 4.5 miles on Friday to personally deliver it.
4.5 miles.
4.5 hours, sorry.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, it was so far.
4.5 miles.
Yeah.
What did you
On
crawl?
Ah,
Anyway, he said, on behalf of myself and the Marine Corps, I thank you very much for what you've done for me. I'll never forget this. And then he died.
no, I was gonna say that.
I beat you to it. How can I, with all you good people around me? I'm really happy. Go ahead,
Well,
Lisa.
I mean, he completed his life. What else is there to do? So he might as well go ahead and just call it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's going to college now.
Lisa, were you in Sandusky County recently?
I don't even know where that is.
Good thing. Because a postal worker raced a Mustang in a UPS van, and I figured if anybody was going to race a UPS van, it would probably be you.
That's funny.
But
That's awesome.
the postal worker was trying to race the Mustang, which is funny. Like, if the Mustang tried to race the mail truck, that would be dumb.
No, that was funny.
I did not.
Police body cam footage from a bewildered officer in Sandusky County, Ohio, shows a traffic stop after he pulled over a UPS van for doing 105 in a 60-mile zone. Is there a reason you're going over 100 miles an hour? He asked the postal worker. This traffic report states the van had no plates. What? And the driver appeared to be racing a Ford Mustang in the body cam. Yeah, I mean, that Mustang took off. He caught my attention, and then you blew by him. I paid you at like 105.
That's funny.
He was fined $240 for speeding and given a warning for racing.
You got a ticket for speeding. You got a warning for racing.
I know, but if it had been you or me got caught racing on the main drag, we'd be in jail.
Maybe.
I didn't even know a Grumman van could do 105.
No, yeah, really. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah. So Drew Brown was the employee, and
It's like a woman. Is it a guy?
It's a woman,
So-
yeah. Drew
so the
Brown.
Woman.
yeah, the woman.
Drew
Professor
Brown is her name.
Slav, I understand you saying dangerous things. Please tell me how a Grumman van with 1 million miles on it hits 105. That person said, I'm not prepared to explain at this time.
Ah,
Probably got a freaking supercharger in it.
you think?
Uh-huh.
That's very funny.
That's hilarious.
I'm assuming that it's their own personal vehicle. You know how some of the mail trucks are?
That's funny.
Yeah. That is funny.
It's pretty. I like that one. You'd race a postal. Now that you know how fast they are, you'd race them.
No, I don't race anybody unless they're trying to cut me off.
Then you'll. Oh yeah.
Then I'll speed up.
Lisa gets quite aggressive when it comes to driving when somebody's trying to
No, I
pass her.
just play games. Like, so it's like somebody's in the right lane, right? Especially if they have a shit car, and I'm like in the next lane over, and they start speeding up, and I can tell that they can't go around the car that's in front of them. So I speed up just a little bit faster so that they can't get by that car because I'm a jerk like that. And
Road rage.
No, it's not road rage. It's fun. It's a game. It's like
Lisa
a game.
road rage.
It's like driving to work is boring, so I just play little games. Like, and then when they go by, they think they won or something, and I laugh at them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, out in California, a man was rescued after driving car on a 200-foot cliff. Yeehaw!
Wasn't it like his car or his phone or something called 911?
The car
Yeah.
had a crash detection system.
Yeah.
Calls emergency. So, a ranger with the California Parks located the vehicle about 200 feet down from the roadway. A large tree stopped the vehicle from rolling any farther down the cliff. The ranger climbed down a steep embankment to check the vehicle for occupants. With nobody in sight, first responders called in a helicopter and they dropped in a rope to conduct an extensive search of rugged terrain,
But
looking
the guy
for
came out of
anyone
the
who
car?
may have been ejected or escaped. This team spotted the driver about 350 feet further down from the
Crap.
car
Guess
crash.
he didn't have a seatbelt on.
They lifted the victim from the helicopter, who was flown to another chopper that took him to a local trauma hospital.
I'm guessing he did
While
not
critically injured, the man is expected to live.
have his seatbelt on.
Don't know. Your car gets
How
thrown
would
up.
you get ejected 300 feet
I
if you
don't
have your
know.
seatbelt on?
Here's your fun story.
Yes.
You want to tell about the coffee girl? Get that picture, Durst, before I do anything on this one.
Coffee girl?
Coffee girl.
You can do it. I already did it once.
What?
What? Told it to Jersey once.
What? Huh?
We weren't on the air.
I can if you want me to.
No, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
What?
No.
What?
If you want me to.
What's her name?
Huh?
I don't know.
Mackenzie, I think it was.
I can't hear anything.
Posse.
Hossie. What?
What?
Shut up.
That was not nice.
Shut up, Durst.
That's not
Huh?
nice.
What? Huh?
Oh, we're going down in that rabbit hole again. We are known to do that. All right. So this young lady at a concession stand, she won the contract to set it up at Indianapolis Speedway
In the
for the
infield.
500 in the infield to sell coffee. And Roger Penske was driving around on his golf cart at night, and he saw her trailer and looked at it for a while. Then he left. She was a little bit freaked out, Lisa said, because somebody was staring
Well,
at her.
also because she has a license to be there, but like previously when she's been selling things, she didn't have a license and she got kicked out or something.
Right.
When she was a lot younger.
Right,
So she just makes her nervous.
right. So she gets a phone call to come in to see into Roger Penske's
When
office.
he wasn't there, it was the track president and Roger's people.
Right. And she goes into the office, and obviously I'd be crapping bullets.
Yeah.
They're gonna kick me out of here. I'll never work again. Instead, they said that because her trailer didn't look great, they wanted to use their time and money to make it beautiful for her.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a win-win because Roger, I mean, obviously she's paying a part of her sales to the track,
Right.
probably a large part, knowing food trucks.
I don't know how that works.
It's usually like sometimes 30%,
Mm.
sometimes half. Just depends.
And coffee, how many, we talked about it, Durst and I talked about it on our last show. Coffee is the most consumed drink in America.
Yeah.
More than tap water.
Yeah. Well, like she's the only coffee truck there apparently. Also,
She
like
better-
I think you can buy coffee from other people, but she's like
Right.
the only coffee truck.
Whew. Talk about a good business. All
Yeah.
those people that are coming there in the morning.
But you can
I
only
need more coffee.
sell so much because she's only one person.
Right. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. So
Great location too.
She got her
Right by the
trailer.
Yeah,
pagoda.
yeah.
She got
So
her-
Roger the Dodger strikes again.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Very neat. Which,
And she's also a Sprint Cup driver.
oh right, she's also a Sprint Cup driver, dude. She must be pretty good because she's got a really good sponsor on her
Interstate
car,
Batteries,
Interstate Batteries. So she must be pretty good. It is 4 days, 22 hours, 17 minutes, and 40 seconds until the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, before we talk about that,
Yes.
they did the Hall of Fame today.
Yes.
I didn't know that the current. So apparently they changed the people who vote every year.
Right.
The current champion is on the voting thing every year. It's the
Mm.
only current driver that's on the voting panel. So Blaney was on the voting panel.
Oh, that's cool.
So did you hear the three that they
I was just about to read that.
pulled?
Do you want to read it?
No, I don't have it up. I was looking at somebody
Okay.
was making fun of Blaney because he had like a sweater on, and they said, "Oh, he didn't dress up or something."
Yeah.
He had worn his fire suit.
Uh-huh. 3 big names got introduced into the Hall of Fame. Well, selected for the Hall of Fame today. Ricky Rudd won 30, 40 races. Great driver. Carl Edwards, great driver. Carlington, we were there. Right, Lisa?
Yeah, we were.
And Ralph Moody, who so deserves to be in. Why isn't Mike Joy in? Or is he?
No, because he's not. You have to be.
Moody hasn't been doing it as long as Mike Joy.
He's not in the Hall of Fame either.
He is now.
Ralph
Moody.
Moody.
Oh, sorry,
Not
wrong
Dave
Moody. Dave Moody.
I don't think you can look. I'm looking at the panel.
Yeah.
Dave Moody and Mike Joy are on the panel, so I'm pretty sure they can't vote for themselves.
Well, they've already got the nominees list, so they have to choose one.
but I'm
of them.
saying, but you're not going to be a nominee if you're on the panel.
Right.
So
Right. Ralph Moody. He built really good cars.
and he's not related to Dave Moody.
Nope, not related.
And it looks like Humpy's in a wheelchair.
Poor
Well, I
Humpy.
guess he's old.
Hey, very old.
Yeah. Anyway, they're not making fun of Richard Petty for not being dressed up. He has his regular old clothes on.
Right.
Rusty doesn't have a tie on.
Now, Ralph Moody was not known for his driving. He only won 5 races when he drove.
Yeah.
But he was one half of Holman Moody, who dominated NASCAR for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, people are mad because Smokey Unick didn't get in.
I know, Smokey needs to be in.
That's why they vote, I guess. Is
He was the
alive?
cheatingest.
He's not
oh,
alive,
no.
right?
He was.
So who cares? He's dead. He'll just get in next time.
I think Ralph Moody is too.
Yeah, probably. That looks like an old picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, they do 2 regular and 1 like legacy or whatever. And
Right.
Ralph Moody is. They have to pick. It's so that all the new people don't get in right away.
Right.
And remember, at first they had like 5, and then they realized they were going to run out of people too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they only do 3 at a time now.
That's right. They better do some of the old ones before they're gone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the All-Star race. It was an interesting race. We were given 2 choices of tires, and after the first pit stop, well, Joey's lack of first pit stop,
Yeah. Right.
he went 100 laps on that red tire. So at that pit stop, how many people went over to the red tire?
All of them.
All of them
Every
except,
dang
like,
one.
2, except like 2
Right.
people. Like, what were they thinking?
I know
I don't
there's 2
know.
or 3 that didn't, and they got left behind.
I would like to see them use that tire on medium, intermediate tracks. Make them
Yeah.
wear out faster. You know, I mean the you probably could have put on the yellow tire
Yeah.
and driven the whole 200 miles.
Yeah.
You know, there was no
Apparently
wear on it.
The red tires were apparently not as soft as they made them out to be.
Right.
But also, people were like, "That's not fair," because they let Joey tire test those tires. Well, I think pretty much a lot of people could
All
have
the
done
teams
it.
were there.
They just didn't
A
necessarily.
lot of teams were there.
Right. Everybody could have done it. They just didn't all show up.
Right. Right. So, what do you think of Joey dominating, guys?
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least
I was glad for him,
it
but
wasn't Larson again.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
Larson, but Joey played the part of
Although
Larson.
they did make the race start 15 minutes later so he could get there on time.
Yeah.
Well, he got there for driver introductions.
He got there. He got there in plenty of time. They were just afraid he might not.
I'm glad Joey won. I'm glad Ford won. And,
Yeah.
But I'm the most glad that Denny didn't win.
Right.
Yeah. It's always a good day when Denny doesn't win.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, you know what I heard also?
What?
When they were doing driver intros,
Uh huh.
Bubba had a GoPro on just in case somebody tried to do something.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard that MMA is going to sponsor next year's Hall of Fame race.
I would.
Oh, hey, that podcast that Corey LaJoy does, Stacking Pennies, Ricky Stenhouse is on it this week.
Right.
And they have a picture of him with an MMA belt.
That's funny. That's funny. So, what else? What other comments do you guys have about the All-Star race? What did you think about being back in North Wilkesboro? The track was. What did you think of the track? Everything.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome, man. It just brought me right back to the 70s, and the track
The
was
drivers-
beautiful.
Yeah,
It
the
was
drivers
absolutely
liked
gorgeous.
the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single driver that got out of the car was smiling, except of
very
course
clean.
for Ricky and
It was a very clean
Wow.
track because it got washed on Saturday.
yeah. And of course, it is brand new. It's only had trucks and the other series
It
on it.
had a couple of late models on it.
Right. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you that during race day, or right after the race, that I'd love to see him drop New Hampshire and put Wilkesboro in as a permanent race every year.
Yeah, New Hampshire. I don't like New Hampshire because of what it did. Killed two great drivers in the first 2 years.
Bad track.
Bad track. Well, it's just
Killer track.
That is such a pathetic, boring race, and I mean, even the scenery is not even worth watching.
Right.
New Hampshire
What,
is
you
flat.
can't look at trees?
No, it's just
Trees,
gross.
more trees, more trees, more
Dude.
trees.
Nothing
Yeah.
good about that
New
track.
Hampshire?
I'm not a fan of that track. Never have been. That would be cool, but you know the reason they're not going to get rid of it? Because
It's in New Hampshire.
that's their New England race,
Yeah.
and they want to keep their foot in that
Can't they
market.
just say Delaware is in New England and people believe them?
Can't we
Right.
just get rid of Chicagoland? I hate that race. I hate the track. It's not really near Chicago. That's why they call it Chicagoland.
It's not even anywhere close to Chicago.
No,
It's like an hour and a half south of Chicago. It's not
right.
You can't even see Chicago from there.
That's like if they called this Raleigh Land.
Yeah. It's just silly.
We're in Raleigh Land.
Does not make sense. So anyway, I think one of the tracks could give up a day. Even Richmond. Get
Yeah.
rid of one of the two Richmond races.
Well, they might do that anyway. I forget why, though.
Well, by the way, the reason it's called Chicagoland is because that's actually the name of the city that it's in.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
It's
Yeah.
in Chicagoland.
I live in Chicagoland.
Yeah.
Like Disney World.
That's funny. Interesting sponsorship. Walmart and RTIC Outdoor Equipment is sponsoring Michael McDowell at Charlotte.
Yeah.
Walmart hasn't been on a car in quite a while.
That cooler that we won, that I let Tommy borrow,
Yeah.
that's an RTIC.
Where is that one?
It's at his house.
Okay.
He's using it until we need it back.
Okay.
We don't have room for it. It's like the size of a
Oh.
small person. It is. That thing's big.
Yeah. It is.
I saw them. They're like it's like a sort of soft-sided cooler. But we won one, and it's like the size of a
It's like 3 feet tall.
It's like, okay, you know those old Coleman coolers that they had that were metal, that were green, that everybody's dad had one of?
Yep.
It's like that, only it's vertical and it has straps so you could like backpack with it.
Right.
And I don't even know how I won it, but it just showed up in the mail one day. So it's like, because I enter everything that I see.
Right.
So I let Tommy borrow it because he goes hiking and stuff. And he goes to tailgates.
Right.
So yeah. And I don't like the name of that other cooler that people have at tracks. Shitty cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that's the name of a cooler, Dersh?
Yeah.
Like
Shitty.
they were saying that one night on Flow Racing. I was like, what are they saying? They're like shitty coolers.
Because
I'm
it's
like,
a shitty
what?
cooler.
That's the name of it, though. It's funny.
Isn't that funny?
I know.
Hey Chuck, who was the last driver to have Walmart on their car? You know?
Mike Waltrip?
Rusty Wallace. I don't know.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
20
long time.
20, 30 years ago?
Been
Do we
been
know-
a minute. It's been a hot minute, that's for sure.
I don't know.
Do you know?
While
her?
you guys
Just
figure it
asking
out,
us. Okay.
I'll keep telling you other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
All right. Spire Motorsports and Corey LaJoy extend Chili's partnership for 3 races.
Well, Stuart Haas had them, but that was just that family mobile phone thing that they had.
Mm-hmm.
That was 5 years ago.
Huh.
I'm looking.
Holy moly. Why are they sponsoring them again? A 4th place finish and 200,000 margaritas sold in a single day. Stamped the standout maiden voyage for Spira Motorsports. 200,000 margaritas.
Actually, they sponsored Bubba last year at like one part of the race.
Who?
Well, they had a little
Walmart.
sticker.
Walmart.
It wasn't a
You didn't say
primary.
name.
Okay, primary sponsorship.
You didn't say that.
I don't care about a little sticker on a door.
Okay.
What the hell is going on with Stuart Haas?
No, but the drivers would like to know. Seriously, they said Chase Briscoe. There's this Stuart Haas group on Reddit
Yeah.
or NASCAR group or whatever. They talk about like silly season and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, like Chase Briscoe checks it a couple of times today to see if anybody knows what's going on with Stuart Haas.
I don't blame him. I mean, Tony's not interested in NASCAR anymore. You can tell he's more interested in having babies, driving a top fuel dragster, which was pretty cool seeing him do the other day. And I actually did a post on him the other day online. He's won in USAC. He's won in sprints. He's won the Chili Bowl twice.
Yeah.
He's won in trucks, Xfinity, Cup, and Indy. He's won championships in all of them, except for trucks. What can't the guy do?
Oh, Justin Haley had Walmart on his car earlier this year.
Oh, did he?
He did.
I don't remember that.
Me neither.
Nobody
but
pays
nobody
any
watches
attention to him.
Justin Haley. So
Right.
I,
He's a just in case.
He's never on TV unless he's hitting the wall or somebody else. So
you
That's
know,
about it.
you know what his wife's name is, Durs?
yeah.
Haley.
Oh, Haley,
Her
right?
name is Haley Haley. Like real for reals.
It's like holy
Yeah.
moly, except Haley.
Haley Haley.
I think it'd be time for a name change.
Right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Apparently, Joey does an inspirational video with the founder of Just Hands Foundation.
What?
Apparently, Joey did an inspirational video for Pennzoil, and the Torsten Gross, the founder of Just Hands Foundation. So they did that together. So that might be worth looking at. Novant Health extends agreement to provide sports medicine services to JGR.
Okay.
They fixed Ty's brain. Fix his brain. Right?
Uh-huh.
And coming up is the All-Star.
No,
is
it's
the
not. They already had
Coca-Cola
that.
600.
We're not going to that.
What do you guys think? We're not going to
We
that.
could
It's
go.
all damn day, all damn night.
We
Oh,
could go.
I think it's long.
It's not all day and all night. It doesn't start till 6 o'clock.
I know, but you have to drive down there at
You have to do
3.
that for every race.
I know, but then it doesn't end until 11:30 or
It
midnight.
never ends, Darcy. Like this race apparently never ends.
Never
It's like
ends.
7 hours long.
No, it's not.
By the time
It's,
you get there, by the
No.
time you're out of there,
No,
it's like
it's-
7 hours.
No, you can't count it that way. You count it from when it begins and when it ends.
I count
It's
the
a-
whole travel time and everything.
It's a Coca-Cola 600-hour race.
Yeah, that's it. Apparently, Chuck does not want to go.
No, once for that was plenty.
That's when they used to have it in August, wasn't it? No, because that's when they have the.
No, it's
Roval.
always been at halftime.
We've never gone to the.
We've gone to the 600. 10, 12 years ago. Maybe longer. It's one of your earlier races. You've been to so many now.
I don't think so, but okay.
Go back and look in your
I don't
pictures.
think
You'll
we've
find it.
ever gone to the spring one.
We have.
I don't think we have.
Okie
I
doke.
think we only go in the fall.
Uh-uh.
We went the first time I ever.
First
went to
time
a
was
race.
freezing.
That was no, it wasn't. That was the second.
Oh, okay. The
The
second.
first time was when you came down here from Maryland.
Yep.
The second time was freezing.
Right.
The third time was hot as crap.
That was the 600. It was hot as hell that day. It was.
Okay.
Yep,
Oh.
yep. And it was a long damn day. Oh,
Okay.
Bobby. All right. Anybody else got anything else to talk about with the Coca-Cola 600? Darsh, you ever been to Charlotte race?
A race, no.
It's too
To,
big.
to the Speedway, yeah.
It's too big. But we've been to the Roval 3 times.
Yep.
And the Christmas lights
And the Christmas
2
lights
times,
twice.
I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I got to drive on the track
Yep. Lisa drove up the bank a little bit.
a little bit. They said you could. I
Well,
wasn't
they
trying to
said
be-
you were supposed to stay on the flat.
Well,
below
other,
the line.
other people were doing it.
Well, when you're on the banking, it looks flat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other people
sort of.
Other people were doing it.
Lisa did it because the cars in front of her were starting to do
You
it.
told me
She-
to.
I did tell her to. I'm like, if they're doing it, go ahead. She's like, should I do it? Should I do it? I'm like, do it!
Like, what if I fall off?
And on that note, unless anybody else has got anything to add, I've run out of topics for the day.
Oh,
Yes.
I do.
What?
Shut up, Chuck.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed to hear that today.
I know.
Keeps me modest. She keeps me modest.
Oh, man.
She's silly.
Oh, I got it.
Well,
Darcy, do you have something to say to Chuck?
Get off my lawn!
alrighty. Now I'm apparently supposed to shut up and stay off of Dersh's
I
lawn.
have to go be a chicken tender.
And Lisa is a chicken tender.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye.
We will be back. Same
Love you,
bat
Lisa.
time, same bat channel. Next week. We're not going to miss anything,
the
right?
day after Memorial Day.
Memorial
You're not
Day.
going anywhere, are you, Darcy?
Nope.
Okay, that's
All right.
neither.
Alrighty. On that note, goodbye, y'all. We'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Bye, buddy.
All right.